Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I just wanted to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas, a Happy Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, a Happy Kwanzaa, whatever holidays you celebrate, be it solstice or Yule or anything in between any of that. Well, I wanted to wish you a very Merry Christmas. And I wanted to talk a little bit, just briefly, about the light that we have this time of year. This is a time of year where in so many different traditions, we're celebrating the light. This is the time of year where even as we feel like we're just entering that cold, dark night in the Northern Hemisphere, that it feels like it gets darker and colder, the sun is actually coming out a little bit more every single day, from the winter solstice all the way up until we hit the equinox in the spring. And so this is a time of year where we really tune in and we recognize, where do we pull light from in our lives? Where do we shine light within ourselves as well? And a lot of the festivities in different holidays actually bring this into the celebration. You see with Christmas, there's the guiding star, that bright star, and the Christians, and you see a lot of Christmas decorations where it's all about bright lights. I was just talking with my Japanese tutor in London about how in Japan and in London and in America, we all put up Christmas lights, and it's almost like lighting the path, welcoming that light to come back into our lives as it feels like it's kind of dark and it feels kind of cold. It's actually very symbolic of the light that we crave within ourselves and the light that we're bringing out. And we all have this amazing capacity within us to shine such a vibrant light that when we feel like, I know sometimes this can be a season where people may feel a bit more depressed, a bit more anxious. A lot of emotions tend to come out around the holidays and family gatherings and all of the stressful activities that are supposed to be fun this time of year. And so it can be something where we start to look back at the light and we look at what is the purpose of this? Why are we even doing this? And how do we bring joy back into ourselves and into the process? And I feel like if we look at that core light that is a thread between so many of these holidays, it reminds us that we are looking at something that's both on the soul level. When we see who we are on the soul level, what we are is a radiant light. And when we want to look outside of ourselves, we can look above ourselves first, and we can see that light of love. I often refer to source energy as that giant white ball of love that we all come from. But when it might feel a little bit more depressive or a bit more anxious for you, and you're not really able to find that very easily, I really suggest that you go within. Maybe light a candle in your home. A lot of people have candles this time of year too. It's another one of those ways that we see ourselves bringing in this light. But light that candle with a lot of intention and asking that candle's light to illuminate, to bring down, to draw down that light of love, to draw down the light of energy, whatever light you need to draw down the light of joy into your home, so that each time you see that candle burning, you're looking at it and receiving that light within it. There's a very powerful energy at the source of every single type of energy. In Japanese, they often refer to it as many different types of ki. Here, I think of it as the energy of joy, the energy of laughter, the energy of love. Whatever it is that your soul is craving, you can create that by simply lighting the candle and receiving that energy as you walk past it. Always make sure you do it in a fire-safe way and all of that, of course. We see this in Judaic traditions with the menorah and lighting for 8 nights, all of the different candles that draw down a very spiritual light into our homes and to share that with the world. And I think what sometimes gets missed a little bit among a lot of these traditions that we see hints of, and we sometimes miss it, is many traditions use this time of year and all the different different festivities to gather people together. It's about coming together, whether it's coming together with friends, coming together with family, whoever it is in your life that you're wanting to bring into your circle, into the spirit of the community that is around you. It's about raising this life together, raising the light within yourself and seeing that light in all of these other people that are around you. If you find that you have to do things that you're trying to figure out, or if you feel like you're feeling a bit guilty or you're regretting that you didn't feel like you got everything done or everything's not exactly perfect, because it won't be perfect. It's not supposed to be perfect. Perfectly imperfect, I think, is a better term to use. But if you start to feel those things, maybe pull back into yourself and recognize that what you are doing, the intention behind it, whether it's gift giving or maybe you're cooking a special dish or you're trying to get your house ready for all these people, or maybe the house is a disaster because everybody just left. Whatever it is, when you feel those stressors come, return your awareness back into that heart light that you have. What was the reason you were excited to do this in the very beginning? And then connect that light. Think of that heart light within you and think of those people that you love, those friends that you have, those family members that you have that you got to celebrate another year with, whether it was frustrating or fantastic. Recognize, pull past those superficial levels, pull past those conversations that might have gone a little bit awry, and look at the heart light of that person that you were doing these special things with. And when you do that, it's as though it ignites a light within that person's soul, and it ignites that light within your own soul. And together, when we think of all of these beautiful human beings that we share this planet with, if we focus on just igniting that light within ourselves and seeing that it is there in everybody else, we have millions of lights that ignite around this entire globe, and we can make incredibly monumentous and beautiful things happen as we prepare to come into 2025. It starts simply within yourself. And it's something that we can build and to bridge together, creating a spirit within the community that becomes a safe place to be, that becomes a landing pad for those that need a little bit of extra support, that becomes a landing pad for ourselves when we just need to feel nurtured a bit and to know that we are not alone. We create these places, we create these energies in our lives by being willing to do it ourselves and then inspiring that in other people. If you want the world to change, if you want the world to be different, if you want the world to look different than it does right now, be that change. Be that inspiration. If you are waiting for somebody else to pick it up and start to carry on the fight and move it forward and create the world that you hope we live in, it's not going to happen until you start to do it. So find that light within yourself, find that inspiration within yourself, and simply by living that, being that, doing that, it will ignite a beautiful light that can encircle all around this world. I hope that you have a truly happy holiday, a Merry Christmas, happy solstice if you were celebrating solstice a few days ago, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever it is that you celebrate. I hope that we can all come together in a beautiful spirit of the community, creating more love with the energies that we are using to close out 2024, preparing to bridge in this next year of 2025. I wish for you that you may feel peace, that you may feel light, that you may find joy, that you may feel hope, that you enjoy the warmth of the community of the loved ones that you have in your lives, whether they be two-legged or furry or feathered or finned. We wish you a very, very happy holiday season and hope we will see you next week. Have a great day, everyone.